Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic as the sun rises over the beautiful Cornoe in the Rise of Cornoe. I want to apologize for a bit of a technical issue with the sound in the last episode, and so you ended up with an involuntary time lapse in the last couple of minutes of the gameplay. Not a lot extra happened. We were just continuing to mess around with some of these things, including getting ready to expand our massive conveyor to allow for coal, once it's processed, to get to all of these facilities over here. So there's still a fair bit of work that needs to be done. Hopefully we can get cracking on this one. Let's assign this so that we can get a little bit more work done over here. What is this guy doing? The game is moving. I just don't quite get why this guy is kind of parked over here. It's not a wear and tear issue. Is anything happening? Yeah, there's stuff that's moving. This is underway, right? We've got the dumpers over here. I don't know why this dumper is kind of hanging out in this area. So let's maybe send that dumper back. Maybe it can get started again. Yeah, there might have been a little bit of a glitch there. I don't quite know. It's the first time I've seen something like that. But anyway, the plan is for us to make a move and get these things done so that we can get electrification going on. So this is going to be the last couple of sections of rail track that we're going to lay before we switch our attention to electrification, so that we can actually run the electric vehicles, the electric trains sets over here. Now, we do want to make sure that we continue working on all of this. Alternatively, we may have to spend a little bit of rubles just to get this done. I'm not sure. While I like the idea of having a system such as this in place, I'm not sure it's exactly a feasible way of constructing. How on earth? What? I am amazed, to say the least, at how all of that happened. So I don't know how that thing got built when this is still not built, or I don't know, or vice versa. So that section was done. Let's do a little bit of cheating and send that guy back to come back and quickly finish off this so that we can do the electrification quicker rather than later. Now, we are struggling a little bit with money, so I'm a little concerned by that. I want to keep an eye on that. I hope that doesn't drop down too substantially, and maybe we'll slow down with some of these items just a little bit. I think we're finishing off this one, so we should now have water access at all of these various places. Yep, we do. Water is now available. We do want to just finish off the sewer system over here, and we're kind of doing a lot of little things at the same time. No workers, but power and water is ready to go, so I'm happy with that. We also now have a firefighter base of sorts here, a fire station, what you would call it. I will, let's see, I like these guys are quick and very good. So I might just grab, these are okay. How many fires? Anyway, I might grab just one of those, maybe one of these guys. Let's just grab 80. These two are not too bad. That one's okay. I might just grab one of them, which gives us 26 firefighters. And we might also grab, well, that's very quick as well. So you don't get much quicker than that unless you go with these guys, which can do barely anything, really. Level 4 is just not quite there yet. So we're just going to have to deal with these speeds over here. So two of them potentially, or just maybe one of them, and one of them would be just fine. So we can do that. So now we've got the fire station ready to go over here. It should be serviceable. We'll try, and we will need to give it a little bit of a walkway access over here, so that we can get the access to this facility. So let's get that assigned. We'll quickly assign a few bits and pieces. We'll get that assigned, and we'll get this assigned. So hopefully we can get these built so we're ready to go as soon as we can, basically. We do need a little bit more work here, but I think we're pretty good. That's powered. All of this should be okay. I might start looking at getting a little bit more power allocated in this area. Do we have power connected over here? We do not. Do we have power connected over here? We do not. Do we have power connected over here? We do not. Okay, so we might find ourselves. Is that thing enormously high? Oh, no, there's something funny flashing out over there. This is not connected. This is not connected. And this should be connected. Yeah. So we need to give ourselves something that can... So it's going to probably be more than one. So let's quickly get us started on that because we'll obviously need that fairly quickly. So we would want to do a couple of these guys. I would that's the first one, right? So we really need to provide accessibility to, at the very least, that one over there. So maybe something like this is going to be quite reasonable. And that did give us, okay, so it didn't quite give us this side. If we then went and got ourselves a little bit of power allocated into this location, that's not quite going to cut it, is it? How about this? So over here somewhere, we can actually make it work. Let's just zoom it out. So this guy is going, oh, it's going all the way through there. So we need to capture this one as the first line. Right. So presumably we need it to be kind of somewhere over here. Okay, so let's quickly plan it out. We'll get something going on in there. So let's give ourselves a little bit more to go on. Actually, maybe we should just do that. Okay, so we'll get that one moving. We don't have anything else over here. This one. Doesn't it want to cross this? It does. Yeah, that's not ideal. Let's quickly cancel this because what I want to do is make sure that we've got at least a reasonable accessibility here. That really doesn't want to work. We've got a fire somewhere. Let's just double check where that is. Yeah, that should be okay. We're quite well served within Cornoe itself. Okay, how are we going to... So I want to bring a road where? So that road, I don't want to necessarily mess up any of our areas here, but I do want to just make sure we've... And another one? Or was it the same one? I just didn't clear it. Yeah, I just didn't clear it, so my bad. My bad on that one. Now, we do need... maybe we'll just plan out this road quickly. So where did we want to tie in this road? It makes sense to just tie it in down at the bottom here, right? Instead of trying to run it through all of these tracks. So if we just straight lined it all the way through there and got the crews to start working on it, that should be okay. Then the idea would be that we grab ourselves something like that through there. Okay, that's going to be okay. So we'll leave that. Okay, so with all of that in mind, we could make a start on this guy. Just want to see that we're... Okay, so it has to be out on this side here. We want to... Yeah, this is okay. As long as it picks up all of these things like so, I think that's going to be just fine. So we've got a couple of these that we want to empower. So that one there. Let's grab a little bit of this so we can effectively make a start on it. we would want to bring in some power. Let's just quickly have a look. We have power over here, right? Very little bit of power. So let's just double check what we have. I think we might be okay to just bring in power from this side. So let's do that. Let's bring in a little bit of power underneath all of these buildings, and we'll just tie it in like so. I think that's going to be what we do with it. If we go out of that and we'll just try and assign the crews to do a bit of construction there, that would be good. So that can make a start. This one makes a start. So we'll bring in some power from this direction. I think we've got, but this time around we can probably run something like this, I think. I don't know how anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just run the appropriate cabling. So let's run this medium voltage one back there alongside the road here, like so, cut across there, here, there, and then we'll just tie it in like so. So let's get cracking on that. That should be reasonably easy to build and get constructed. So let's just assign that so we can get that construction moving as well. Now, still plenty of stuff that's not being built. That section has been done. So now let's do the electrification. So in terms of electrification, we would like to electrify from here. Okay, so we'll do electrification like so. Like so. Is there a little section there? No. We'll electrify here. We'll electrify there. We'll electrify here. All of that. All of this. We'll electrify over here. We'll electrify. We may as well electrify that as well. We'll electrify this. We'll make sure we've electrified that one. There's an epidemic. I'll quickly read that in a minute. We want to, let's just electrify all of this. I'm not going to electrify that one yet. We do want to electrify all of this, all of that. Ultimately, all of this one. All of this one over here, and all of this, and all of that. Okay, so that is the electrification over there. Okay, we did finish off the bauxite refining thing, so we'll close that one out. Let's quickly read, before we do that, let's get the train in to come and do the electrification, because that is something that we're going to need. ASAP. So let's make a start on it. So I'd like you to come and do these and move your way through all of that electrification. Electrification should go pretty quickly. Let's see, can we at all do some of this? We can. So that's not gonna work. Okay, but these will. I don't quite know why we're getting that funny business over there. Let's quickly just get all of these kind of together if we can, so that the electrification goes a little quicker. There's a traffic jam, which I'm pretty sure I know what it's all about. We'll get those sorted. We'll get these connected. That's okay. Can we do these? No, I don't think we can. We can get those set up. That's okay. Can't do anything about that. We can get these sorted out, and that should do the trick. So let's get the electrification going. Now, as the electrification is underway, let's read the epidemic. It appears that our republic has been impacted by a serious infection that could cause severe complications or even death. It seems that this disease is not very contagious and will not spread very easily throughout the population. The World Health Organization has released warning about a planet-wide epidemic. We expect it could last a long time. So I think, generally speaking, not too bad. We'll keep an eye on our health. It's at 94 at the moment, so we'll keep an eye to see if that changes quite significantly or not. Let's quickly come back in here and have a look. So conversion. Actually, we didn't do the nuclear study. This is the nuclear study, which will give us. So let's forget about that. I did the wrong thing. Let's do the nuclear study just so that we can see where our uranium is located. That's the one I was actually after. You probably have a comment in there already telling me that I've done the wrong thing. Bauxite, we know, right? If I open this up and I have a look at bauxite, yeah, bauxite we know. What we don't know is uranium. And so we need to get uranium mining techniques sorted out to be able to understand where it's located. Look at our progress over here. This looks absolutely awesome. I love it. I'm going to do a few trees in here. But before we do that, we would just like to set up a couple of these things, right? We'll do something like this and like that. Shall we do... Yeah, I think we're going to do this. It's going to be like courthouse gardens or something that we're kind of building here. Can I get this to work? Yes, we can. Let's get all of those things sorted. We'll grab our construction crews for the paths and get them moving on all of those so that we can build the fountains. We'll get some trees lining this area as well, so it looks pretty good. Let's grab some trees. We're heading into September, so we still got a few more months before we're going to see the snow. Let's plant a couple of tuyas down here and a bit of a line. That will look pretty good. And what we can also do is we'll plant a few down this stretch and a few down that stretch over there. And maybe we find ourselves something a little bit like a few poplars. Let's do a couple of poplars in front of the building. There. Come on. Oh, it's in the building line. So we'll have to do it like over here. Run it through the building. Can we get a few more? Yeah, I like the idea of getting a few poplars in front of the buildings. So we're going to have some big trees and some poplars, and that'll kind of be our courthouse gardens set up. So I do like a little bit of urban design at the same time. It just makes it feel a little bit more natural. We could make a start on this, though. I'd rather we try and sort out our finances and get the rest of this going. What is happening with our train and our electrification? Is that not happening? Let's just double check what's happening. I can't see it anywhere. So are we missing something? Where's the train? Oh, we're missing electronics. It's not saying it, but we're definitely missing electronics. So in terms of distribution, so we're not actually delivering electronics here. So who's delivering here? Cornoe Harbour Rail Materials, which is picking up all of those things. It's loading this. I don't quite know what's happening here. So where is this building? Cornoe Harbour Rail Materials is not the building that's going to give us the electronics. Oh, it's this one. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna give us any electronics. So who's moving electronics from here? Okay, so who's connected? So Sith Mechanical Components Distribution, Construction Imports, Cornoe Harbour. So actually, no one is moving it from here to there. So maybe what we do is we go and grab this guy and say, you're picking up at the border, so just go ahead and dump us stuff over there. We'll pause it while we work on this. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and move some electronics in there altogether. So hopefully that one will jump into action, bring us some electronics, and we should move through that pretty easily. Okay, excellent. That's looking pretty good. So let's see about that. And let's close this one out a little bit. And that should hopefully see us getting that electrification going. So there we go. Constantly have some issues going on. So this is struggling to get built. We're still waiting on a few things. Is this actually assigned? Yeah, it's properly assigned everywhere. So we're just basically struggling. Oh, here we go. The gas station is up and running. So that's an important part. So let's go over here, grab our distribution. Cornoe Fuels Distribution. We've got room for one more facility. So let's grab it, add it to the mix. Right over here. And we would like to see us fill it up to about 50%. So we can move it, so we can fill vehicles up a little bit closer to where the action is currently located. We'll finish that one off first before we finish off this. Did we build the underground line here? We've already constructed it. We just need to build the other side of it. What's going on this side? We're struggling a little bit to getting this moving. Who's assigned to this? We've got everybody assigned, but it's not quite doing its trick yet. So we're just struggling a little bit with the construction of so many things. But on the other hand, we're also moving. I mean, look at all of this currently moving here. So we're actually doing pretty well. This is almost done. That is done. So we have got a railway end station for our trucks. Can we buy something here? Purchase resources. We can buy fuel here if we need to, but that's not going to be the plan. We're going to electrify that. So that's really what's going to happen. Can we please assign all of our construction crews to this so that we can get all of this nice and built, right? See, let's just get whatever it is what we need in here so that we can get these things built if at all possible. Oh, so it's only very little construction days that we need to deal with in that general location. Okay, so that is kind of happening. We know the trains are not super efficient and effective at the moment, so we'll just keep that going. A little bit going on over here. But all of these generally ready to go. There's just a lot of work that we need to do. So I think this is the last piece. I'm going to hold off on kind of getting this one sorted out. I do wonder why that glitch keeps happening. It feels super awkward that it keeps doing that. Anyway, it's pretty high up here already, but that's fine. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of coal processed in this episode if at all possible. So this is all moving, going quite well, swimmingly, I might add. We could start a little bit over here, but I'd rather just focus our attention on getting all of this stuff moving, and then from there we'll see what's going on. Now, are we electrifying? Yes, no, maybe, not at all. What's going on? Where is my track builder? It's not moving, and I don't quite know why. It's not doing anything. Hang on. Let's just see. Maybe we've lost that. Somehow it's kind of lost out on all of it. It might have been because I messed around with it. So let's just see how that goes. So hopefully we'll get that moving now. We still have some heating not quite working. Hope that's not a big deal. I also ran into a little bit of problems here with regards to our waste, but I think I've got it under control. We needed a few more trucks. It was kind of overflowing, so I think we are trending in the right direction. I don't want to over-purchase vehicles, especially not at the moment, given our financial situation. Let's see where our financial situation is at. We only owe another 80,000. Okay, so we're only going to pay an extra 100,000, and then we're out of our loan. So excellent. That is 100,000 in terms of interest. So that's not too bad. I am quite happy with that. The fact that we've got 80,000 left only on our loan is awesome. And I don't necessarily think we're going to need another. I just hope we can sort it out. In terms of epidemic, we're not really seeing massive changes in our global pandemic is affecting 31 people and reducing, having quite an impact on their health. But it's only 31 people that's affected. Good. I never saw it. I never saw that we could see it that way. Now, I see people are starving here, which is causing an issue with their health. So who's starving? Who doesn't have food? Let's quickly have a quick look. There should really not be. It's not these guys, is it? They are sorted out with food. Let's have a quick look who is got our food issues. Let's just up this to so this is looking very good over here. It must be done, must be somewhere over here. I can't say that I'm actually finding anything under 99%. So don't really understand. So it might be individuals that might be getting into a slightly busier place, but I think generally speaking, it's looking pretty good. And we've got numerous places. We've even got a little extra grocery store here that can help people out, which is running out of meat. I I fully acknowledge that it is running out of meat, so that's not a problem. We do get a happiness hit for the meat issue, but generally speaking, looks pretty good. Maybe what we'll do is I'll add an extra 5 people to work there. This is maxed out at 15. This is maxed out at 25, so we should generally be okay. I've just added an extra few people here just to make sure we get everybody well fed, but it's looking like it's okay. A couple of little things over here, but in terms of accessibility to food, they can get to that one and they can get to this one over here, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's just double check this guy. Can get to that one over there and can get to this one over here. So generally, they should be fine. Money is looking reasonably healthy at the moment. Now, let's quickly see. We should have... Where is our... Why is our track builder never... There it goes. Finally heading out. Finally. I just hope it's doing its thing. This is the traffic jam, so we have a bit of a constant issue with that. Not to worry, though. Now, I'm hopeful our fuel station over here is up and running with some fuel. It is up and running with some fuel, so that should help a lot. Have we finished some of these things off? I cannot believe that we're struggling so many items. So maybe if I have a look at our primary construction office, which is broadly speaking this one over here. How many tasks? Oh, and there's a ton of these reconstructions underway as well. So there's just a lot that's currently trying to happen. Reconstruction is in progress. Yeah, okay. So there's just a lot currently happening. And that's it. So we're struggling a little bit with that. Now, costly on some of these things as well. This should be not too far. Yeah, we need like 79 more work days. How many? Yeah, we do have the local bus office ready to drop some stuff off here. That's okay. This is built, so we're almost ready to go here. Wouldn't mind just finishing off some of these bits and pieces. That's done. This is done. So realistically, we should be seeing this move. We need so little. We need so little. Sometimes I think maybe another construction office, but really, in reality, I think we just need to stick it out for the time being, get this done, and then build a whole new proper construction setup over here. Maybe even spur off from this rail line and get it in there. Oh, no. I think this area is going to be even better. Here we can get gravel, so we can get our new concrete and prefab facilities over here. We've got the rail to come in to drop off a variety of different things. So we've currently got it planned for over here. I'm going to do bricks in this location, and then we could maybe look at this area. Doesn't look too bad for like a forestry industry. So we'll do a little bit of forestry over here, get some boards going. We'll get our concrete industry done, and we've got our steel over here. And then we've got bricks. And so is there anything else that we're missing then? We've got prefabs and concrete, and we'll do asphalt, probably not over here, but we'll do concrete. And so the next asphalt setup was probably going to be in this area where we've got the oil. So I wouldn't mind using this kind of mountainous area here for our forestry industry. Where we would then use that for boards and the like. So I think everything's good. So I think that's one of our next pieces that we're going to plan out is doing that. And let's kind of prioritize this a little bit. I don't think it's going to be a big issue. We don't have firefighters over here. I don't want to get a helicopter just yet, just because it's going to be a little bit of a pain for us to kind of maintain the helicopter without any aluminum imports. So we might transition to that in the not too distant future, but it's not an immediate activity for us. Slow and steady, we've got this going. That's been built. So what we can do is we can set this up and assign that one for construction. We don't want to necessarily continue these. So these will all kind of just stay in place. This has been done. So let's quickly finish this one off and get that little section of road kind of sorted. So we'll do that. We will set it up and we will assign the road builders to it. Yeah, broadly speaking, not too bad. And but our money is quite challenging. If we have a look at the last month, so let's quickly have a look. Let's close this one out and have a look at last month's imports. So, heavy on the chemicals. Yeah, the top numbers are generally pretty good, but pretty heavy on the chemicals, which is not ideal. Using a little bit more than we should. No electronics, which is disturbing considering it's at such a high number. And in terms of our exports, yeah, this is a little bit lower. Both of these are a little bit lower than I would expect. That's not too bad. Bitumen is going well. Food's going out. So generally speaking, not too bad then. But yeah, we do need to just get a grip over here. Do this, have another look at the rubles. Yeah, so we're getting close to paying off this loan. Very, very close. And I think we'll be in a reasonable spot, at least if we finish off the construction. That would help us a lot. Now, let's see how's our electrification going. I can see electrification all the way to this area. And did we go pass through to the other side? No, we did not. So we did a nice long stretch. Here it comes. Going to do the next one. Let's just check this guy out. Has he made a start on it? Where are you heading? So it is this one. Oh, so maybe is halfway through. Oh my goodness! And now, what was that? Ah, no. What was that? Painful that it's doing that. I don't like it at all. We need to electrify this a little bit quicker if we are going to, well, I don't know. We're not quite there. Oh, this is done. So we can actually buy a train that we can run on this if we can electrify the track. We still need to finish this off. So we can get workers here if we can get the electrification moving. Now, can this be assigned? This cannot be assigned. So, this was my worry. These things cannot be assigned. Cannot be assigned. So, unfortunately, I'm going to go and have to. It's for free. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that. Then I'm going to clear this little path out of here. Okay, and then we're going to set up the electrified rail to tie in over there, and we're going to make a start on that. So hopefully all of that can happen. This means that this guy over here will need to be constructed. This guy over here will need to be constructed. Can we assign to here? So unfortunately that doesn't work either. So we'll just have to pay for that construction as well. This side be fine. I'm sure. I'm sure this side will be okay. That looks like a dangerous little area there to fall off of. But anyway, so that means these things are okay, and we should be able to get some workers via train to these areas. Even if we just run it on the one line, that's okay. So I just generally do want to see the electrification happening. That is the big plan. Get the electrification to work and try and not spend all of our money on imports. Though that's the name of the game. Once the electrification is up, because we're going to pay a lot of money for our trains, right? And we're just going to buy the one, I think, initially. And we still need to do a little bit of work over here to be able to get people to come here. Oh, yeah, they're already getting in here, so that's fine. I just want to make it a little bit easier for them by tying it in over there and over here. And I'll just do all of them. I like the idea, and we'll maybe get a little statue in there. So let's get that moving. We'll assign all of these guys for some works. And then when that's done, it'll work. Maybe not a statue, but maybe some trees in this area would be pretty good. Let's quickly do that. I do like myself a bit of a... Maybe let's get the spruce. Just a row of spruces in front of the rail station over here, I think is going to be just fine. That's pretty good. We'll just go all the way to there, and what we'll do is we'll go all the way over here. So that's going to just be a little bit of a row of spruces in front of the train station, but we've already starting to see people ready to go. So all we need to do is get this electrification moving. So there we go. Let's slow it down just a tad so we can see how that moves. Electrification underway. I like it. So that's pretty cool. We're going to start seeing some snow now. It'll go up all the way to here. And then the question is, if I grab the rail track, what is now being under construction? So now absolutely nothing is. So let's assign those two pieces over there and these two pieces over here. So we'll at least get a lot of the things assigned. So it'll come back and do its thing. Where is our boat? I want to see what the wear and tear on this is. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, after a bit of R&R at the vehicle maintenance facility, it works pretty well. Which is another thing that we may have to start looking at. Maybe our vehicle maintenance facility needs to go into this area. So if we do have a look at vehicle maintenance and we do the large repair station. Like this area here, and then we could do another couple of warehouses or something. Do we have rail tracks into this? Somehow I thought one of them had rail tracks, unless it's under rail maintenance. It's not none of these, right? Can't remember. I thought I remembered one of them. Oh no! It's something else. It's something else. It's the... What is it called? I think it's called a scrapping. It's under waste. It's vehicle scrapping. Scrap yards. So, scrapping facility. Ship scrapping facility. Here we go. The large scrapping facility is the one that I was thinking of. So, we'll just do the vehicle maintenance or repair station somewhere over here. I do like it to do things like that where we run trains through an end station and buses through an end station. So we might actually do both. A bus end station in here, though I don't think that's going to be really good for us unless what we do is we'll get another bus end station somewhere in here, and we'll do a bit of a vehicle maintenance facility here as well. Okay, this is okay, I think. We've got the guys coming in from over here, so that should be fine. But that is obviously having issues with power all over the show now. But this should be fine. We should be okay with this, but that could have been quite a big issue for us. But anyway, that's resolved. Resolved. Okay, now, all of these little bits and pieces getting done. Oh, this is done. I like it. So what are we looking at? We're picking up both of these. So what are you? You are producing biological waste and other waste. You are producing construction waste, biological waste, and burnable waste. So I'm kind of thinking, do we do a little bit of biological waste in here to allow for that to be picked up? I don't know, but that's kind of the plan. I wanted to have a look at this one over here. Where is it actually getting up to? It's getting those ones. So what I was thinking, we need to see about potentially improving this. So if we were to do Let's not do that one. Let's do this one. If we were to do a little bit of this, right, I think that will help us out. We can't actually get that to tie in anywhere else. So that's going to have to be the thing. So let's do this. Let's clear this out. Let's do that. And let us assign our guys to it. The road builders to it. They're pretty quick and effective at it. What do these guys do in terms of waste? Biological waste, burnable waste, and other waste. So let's get a couple of containers of biological waste going just in case that is useful. Now, what is going on with our track building? We are seeing that most of it is done on this side. What is not done is this side. Hopefully, we can do long stretches once we get through that side. So I'll keep a little bit of an eye out to show you that. When the snow is starting in about a week, yeah, we might have to continue construction all through. Oh, this is done. So this should be powered, right? Yeah, all of this is powered. So now all of our conveyors should be powered if we can get them built. I just want to make sure we're not running out of money in the meantime. So if we slow down a little bit on the construction, it might help us just a tad. For now, we are excellent finishing off that. So now we've got everything connected over here. Everything is done. Absolutely everything here is done. All we're waiting for is the electrification. Then we will buy ourselves a train set, and we will come and collect some of these workers that's currently hanging out over here. And we'll use them to start mining and processing coal. And it is finally we're getting there. We've got this going on at least. So the whole area is pretty good. I want to rename this area to Satomic Coal Mines. Just because it kind of gives us a better idea. Satomic Coal Mines. We'll call this area Satomic Coal Mines. Satomic Coal Mines. That's going to be just fine. So if we look at this area, the coal mines area is all the way. Yeah, that's a pretty nice little spot there. Then we've got Satomic Industrial in this area here, which is going to be just fine. And then we've got Satomic proper in that area. So that's awesome. I like that. This will be Satomic something else. Satomic, I don't know, logistics area or something like that. Or maybe just Satomic East or something. But yeah, I don't like to call it that because we turn the camera too much to know. Oh, actually, we will be able to know over here. It will be Satomic East because this is north, so this will be Satomic East over here. So yes, that could be the naming. So let's do that, Satomic East. I want to keep the names fairly simple. I don't want to necessarily make changes to the names all the time. So I'd rather stick to some major kind of areas and have it named something. So like Satomic over here, we've got Cornoe on the other side, and that Cornoe Hills and Novigrad border. So these are all kind of functional names. This area here, we might call it Cornoe Crossing or something like that, just because it's on top of this. So let's do that. I just don't like that name. So let's call it Cornoe Crossing. Ended like that. That's this area, and let's just see the extent of it, if we can with the snow doing what it's doing now. So let's give it a second for all the snow to fall. Money is looking okay. So Satomic Crossing is, yes, it's nice. It's the crossing between, it's the crossing between Satomic and Satomic and Cornoe. Cornoe Crossing, it kind of goes all the way to this area here. So that's okay. Let's leave that as such. That's pretty good. We don't need any other names there. Where is our track builder? Are we seeing anything on this side? No, that's all done. Let's just see, is this under construction? It is supposed to be. So if we go here, we can see that's done. So let's make sure to add to the mix these ones, and those don't want to do anything. So we'll just make a start on that. Okay, guys, what I'll do is I'll finish off the electrification over here. And while we're at it, let's have a quick look. Can we see if it's electrified? It should be. Is there there's not an overlay for it to be electrified, is it? Track builders, this is just vehicles themselves. If we have a look at the electricity, the voltage, yeah, the voltage is ready to go there. So I think generally speaking, we're okay. We should start focusing on some additional construction in this general area here to get some more workers ready to go. Look at that. Look at that. Good, 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 good. So now let's see how many people can actually walk here. Yeah, it's just this area. So in order to expand, we need to expand this area ultimately if we want to start mining. So as soon as the electrification gets to a reasonable spot, we'll get the train ready to go to then go ahead and get some workers over here to Satomic coal mines. We'll do that. Okay, guys, I think that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you again in the next episode, in which time we will continue to do this. Let's have a quick look. Money is... I'm a little worried about the money, to be honest, but let's have a quick look at what's going on over here. We've got like 60,000 left on the loan, so we're not too far off from breaking the back of that loan. And then hopefully once this is up and running, there's still a little bit of expensive construction that needs to run through here. Oh my goodness, we're done with this one. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. Still a little bit of work here. So there's still a little bit of construction that needs to come down here and up here. So in the next episode, we'll be focusing our attention on that while we fill up this area here with coal, processed coal that's ready to be used here. And here, and that will, I think, start saving us tons of money, because if we have one class look at last month's imports, see, I'm still not quite convinced with it. We can see that there's about a 50,000, 60,000 ruble number associated with coal. So I'm very keen for us to get rid of that. These numbers are high, but once we get rid of that, we'll be in a healthy position, especially if we give construction a little bit of a break. Which we'll do, and just stabilize, maybe do some minor construction here to expand our places where people can live. But yeah, there we go. Nice and building. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.